Married to the ongoing judgments once a ring is on the finger, women navigate that labyrinth of social validation, cultural norms, and international or interlinked affairs. Today's edition of Women and Leadership, we explore the multifaceted pressure women face, the ticking biological clock, as we put it that way, career compromises, generational expectations, and emotional labor and societal obsession with marital status as a measure of worth. Well, today we examine not only the challenges but also the choices, the courage, and the agency that redefine what it means to marry or not. Through honest conversations, experts, insights, and reflective questions, we aim to empower women to claim their timeliness, their ambition, and their self-worth beyond the constraints of tradition, stigma, and fear. The program is Women and Leadership. We'll be right back after the jingle. Empowering our women isn't just nice to have, it's essential for fairness, for progress as well, and for everyone's future. Equality is still not a reality, and our women continue to face economic, social, and leadership gaps. When women are empowered, families thrive, communities grow stronger, and economies become more innovative and resilient. If I've missed any of our past editions, you can go to our YouTube page. You type Canal International, you type the program, and you type the thematic of the day, and you can watch all our past editions and let the conversation begin just after the jingle. And it's time for us to know our guests. We have invited women. Yes, of course, women that don't wait for opportunities. They are leaders, they are brave, they are daring in their sectors. But today I've equally invited a man. You're going to know who he is. But I think I should start with him. Let's know who he is. He is Pastor Acha Diodone. He is a pastor. Let's say he's a man of God. He is a marriage counselor. He's married for over 25 years and doing a very fine. Pastor, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here again today, and especially sitting by the side of my mother.
A heavyweight, right?
Yeah, it's really.
And you're not only a pastor,
yes,
but you are equally a marriage counselor. You see women every day. So what passionate about that?
Oh, my passion is about that in the African context, probably we have missed what marriage is all about, and sometimes the women suffer. Or both parties. So I find out that 90% of the population don't really understand the essence of marriage. What is the purpose of marriage? Okay. So that's what pushed me into it, because when the marriage is not standing, the children are bound to go wayward. So,
and if I have to ask you about the pressing needs of women today and what government should do to solve those needs, what will you say?
I think the first thing, the government should pass a law against domestic violence. That's the first thing. Okay. That the government should look about that. And then the second thing, I think we should be looking on having a lot of marital counseling centers, not the church, because some people might not like to go to church or don't want to know about churches because they try to see the dogma. So if we could have marital counseling somewhere, because people get into marriage without even knowing, and they don't even know, because the first time is just the attraction and feelings and stuff. And then, so
we have a lot. You have a lot in stock for us today. I think you have to just take a break, please. We equally have Mbaku Epuz Mumban Anna Tifu. She is a mother. Let me put it that way. She is a woman. She has been married for 13 years and above. She has a master's to students in guidance and counseling. That's also very important because we link it up to building homes and building families. How are you doing?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
All right. I hope you're not scared, right?
No,
It's
I'm
your
not
first
scared.
time I'm
I'm
inviting
not
you on a
scared.
program
Yeah.
on women. Now, when I read through your profile, you talked about having this burning passion for women and women entrepreneurship and empowerment. Now, what about that?
What I have about it is because growing up, I realized that naturally by solving marital issues, people come to me based on their issues, and when I talk to them, I counsel them, I realize whatever I put in place, it works.
All right, means you have that natural
Yes, so
gift
I
of
have that
counseling
natural
people,
gift of
advising
counseling
your friends,
people,
right?
yeah.
Giving them the right
Yeah,
advice.
giving them
Right?
the right
We'll
advice.
talk about that. We equally have someone that will always find here in the studio. She's always ready to sacrifice her time any day, any time, even at midnight. She's called Dr. Fon Elizabeth. She is the CEO of Toujours Family Center. She is a marriage and family counselor. She is a life coach, and more. I can talk about her from now till tomorrow. And she's here today. Doc, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
It's always a
Maureen.
pleasure to have you by our side. I will have the International Day of Women that is coming up now. What do you think women should focus on during this period? Because coming up in March.
I think women should not just think about going to eat and drink, because that's it, Have the uniform, fight about the uniform, and then go eat and drink and forget about it. The next day, ask them, what was the theme of the Women's Day for 2026? And they look at you like this, as if you are coming from Mars. Okay. So I think women should really empower themselves. And as he was saying, I came to be a marriage counselor, a family counselor, an employee counselor because of circumstances. As a young medical doctor, I wrote prescriptions for headache all the time, paracetamol, doliprane, eferalgan, and then I gave medicine for sleeplessness, Valium, Transcend, Lexomil. And then when I started asking the patients, why are you not sleeping? Why do you have headache all the time? That's when they poured out their problems. I realized that they have relationship problems at home and at work. That's why we created Tissue, Team Spirit Holistic Company, a relationship company.
And we have a lot of women coming to you at the center.
Oh yes, a lot of women, a lot of
in terms
men,
of statistics,
a lot of children too, adolescents, They don't have a relationship with their parents, they are worried, they are delinquent. We label them delinquent. Actually, they have problems. Domestic violence. We want to denounce the men and put them in prison. But when you listen to them, you realize that they too have problems. They need to learn. Nobody has ever been taught to be a married person.
That's right.
All right.
If they don't learn.
Yeah, that's what we'll be talking about here today. We equally have Yanton Fatima. She is a dynamic professional with a passion in connecting people and celebrating the African culture. Now tell us about that. How do you do first?
I'm great, thank you. I feel honored to be here with Doc. I've heard so much about her. I feel blessed right now with the pastor as well and with my sister. And I hope that by the end of this program, they will really be nourished.
Norwich, lessons on marriage, right?
Lessons on
and
marriage.
You're telling us when you'll be getting married, right? Oh, yes. So tell me about your passion, what you do. You are a designer, you're doing a lot. Tell us briefly who you are.
Yes, that is my passion, as you rightly put it. I grew up loving the print. I grew up in a family where they inculcated print in us. My mom made us to know, you're African. You don't need to copy to be beautiful. You don't need to copy to look better than any other person. Accept yourself for who you are, accept your culture, accept your identity, and stand on it. So I grew up loving it, and I decided to materialize my knowledge, reason why I, involved myself in doing a little bit of the accessories with the prints. I try to always give it a touch in my attire, in anything I do. I always give it a touch. I always give this African touch anyway.
All right. Thank you so much for being part of today's program. Before we start the conversation, I'd like us to watch this report by Cynthia Lanto. She actually went down the streets of Douala, sampling women on what marriage means to them, their experiences in marriage, some of the common problems we find in marriages today. Let's watch. We'll be right back after the jingle.
married, and in marriage I've made 40 years in marriage.
Ça fait 2 ans que je suis mariée.
28 years today.
More than 30 years today.
It's something that you handle it as an egg in a spoon. With marriage, there are a lot of things that you have to apply. First in marriage is respect. As a woman who is married up to this my age or my children, they need to submit under their husband.
Marriage is a good thing that all women desire to enter. And when you accept to enter in a marriage, you must know that you will have to endure that marriage. No matter, that is why in court they say for better, for worse. That means in marriage there are good times and there are bad times. It doesn't mean that when you enjoy the good time, when the bad time comes, you run. You have to endure it, you have to support it, and you have to stand by it.
So one, when I be fine, so one, they intoxicate you, they go tell you how we married na perseverance. Married them na ABC where you just talk say na chocolate. Married na the way you tell your husband, you handle your husband, una dey fine, you una understand yourself, una go live fine.
Respecter son partenaire, de rester en harmonie, de dialoguer, de bravader, de faire des petits conseils.
Tolérant, compréhensif, ouais, c'est ne pas être trop regardant, hein. Il ne faut pas trop regarder ce que l'homme fait, sinon vous aurez trop de problèmes.
Married, never say when you there for marriage, you send your eye outside, say I like the boyfriend, I like this one. No, when you there for your marriage house, persevere for your marriage house. When you hold your husband fine, all things go dey fine for marriage house. That's why I tell my pikin the so.
Moments that I've faced in marriage is during the time that I'm pregnant. Why I say is the most difficult moment at that time is because by that time I need a help. When I'm tired, at times my husband may come in late, then there is no food. You see that actually his face will be dark, he may give me slants. So that is a moment that I actually see that I face difficulties in marriage.
Thank you so much, Cynthia Alato, for that report. And this sets the pace for today's conversation. We're talking about women, marriage, and the pressure that comes with it. And we are not leaving out the men, because the men are part of the marriage that women are into. And the first question I want to get it to Dr. Fon Elizabeth. Now, what's a general picture or image of marriage when you see around in our communities?
Definition of marriage in our community, it starts with young girls who go to school and they read all the Cinderella tales. So that's their definition of marriage. I'm going to meet Prince Charming. He's going to marry me, solve all my problems, and I'll live happily ever after. Young girls and young boys have never asked themselves, why do those romance novels end after the kiss? Because when you go into marriage now, after the honeymoon, the 6 months, it's a different thing altogether. And our young people don't know that. So we need to teach them that there are 3 stages of marriage that they have to go through. If not, they will have problems. The first one is falling in love. It's so good. I mean, the tingling sensations, the butterfly feelings, the I love you, hey, you are my sugar honey. That is only 1 month. That's why they call it the honeymoon, not even the honey year. Then you go to the stage of the discovery. You discover the good, the bad, and the ugly. That is when people panic. We receive a lot of people at the center. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have married this woman. I shouldn't have married this man. Oh, I want out of it. No, there's nothing wrong with your marriage. Then you need the skills to go into commitment. That's where we come in. As the counselor, the therapist, giving the skills, giving the KPIs, the key performance indicators, and how to measure your progress.
All right. Now, Pastor, when you look around society today, do you see that interest, that burning interest from people to get married?
Well, actually,
both from the men,
for the men, if I'm taking Cameroon, as a case study. It's a bit tricky because for the men, there are no jobs, they don't want to get married, they are afraid. So that one is a bit tricky. Financial clock. And then if you look at the young girls, they are trying to get married, sometimes to run away from the house, or sometimes because they are looking for somebody who is going to care for them. So you find that young girls between the age of 23 right up to 33, that's when they start thinking that after 33, before they start thinking that they could get married.
That's young men, right?
Yes.
For the men?
No, that's for the women. For the men, they are after 30, almost going to 40 before they are even thinking about marriage. They start thinking of men who even earn salary like 200,000, they don't think about getting married. So in our society today, it's very difficult. But now, when we were talking of the urban cities, but when you go back down to the villages, you find that young girls just want to get married. The people get married there because there are no strings, there are not financial attachment. They get married there in the villages and you find girls for 18, 20, young boys of 22, they're getting married, they go them to farm. So if I say it's tricky, it's something that we have to, if we're looking it all around, you'll find that in the cities it's different, and then in the villages it's different, and then you find it in some other places. So it's not a 1+1 answer. It
varies. Tricky.
Yes, it's a bit tricky. Yes, so it varies with the different people. So I wouldn't say, but in all, if you ask me, the young men, they want to get married because some of them thinking that getting married is running away from fornication, especially I as a pastor, they're thinking that. But I told them marriage does not keep you away from sexual immorality because we will not have the word adultery. Because if marriage could stop that, then that word adultery could not exist. Then you find to the women too, they are trying to run away sometimes from their home to get married. They will say, I want to settle down. So, and in one of my counseling, I always ask, who is your ideal couple? You don't tell me somebody you've been admiring for far distance. I will tell you no. If your parents have not been your ideal couple, then you have a big problem. We have to work on that. Because your parents must be, you've admired something or you want to change something or you want. Because people, like you might say you admire me. Oh, that man talks well. He's a guy, you see him with his wife. No, you don't know me. You're seeing me from far. So I should not be your ideal couple. Your ideal couple should be your parents.
All right. Anna, you're 13 years in marriage. You married at what age?
23. Age of 23.
Now, what pushed you into marriage at that age? Because a lot of young girls say, no, let me still enjoy my life. I cannot get married now. I need to continue my education.
Okay, like the pastor just said, growing up, I saw my parents happy as a couple. Never seen them fighting. Never seen them quarrel. So I used to admire them. So I used to say marriage is a good thing. So why wouldn't I get married? So I just believe young people out there now, marriages are failing because they marry for wrong reasons. They get into marriage for wrong reasons. So I believe you get into marriage for good purpose.
So what is your own reason?
My own reason for getting married is because I saw marriage like a beautiful thing. Like I said, my parents were my ideal couples.
And before you got into marriage, okay.
Yes.
So you copied something from your parents.
Yes,
I think you could take it into your marriage.
I think taking it to my own home is going to make it best.
All right. And you knew the man enough?
Yeah, really. I saw the man good enough, and I dated him for at least 2 years.
Was your Prince Charming, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me go to a year. Yeah. You're said with everyone that is married, and you are not yet married. Now, what image comes to your mind when you talk of marriage? You feel that pressure?
No.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay.
But I will not let myself be pressured for marriage.
Why?
Because I feel it's not an achievement. I feel like marriage is a very beautiful thing, you know. I grew up in a home, the father and the mother for almost 40 years of marriage. So it's a beautiful thing, but I will not let myself be pressured. I've not seen the reason why I should get married, because I will not let age be the...
I wanted to ask about age, and I'm happy that the counselors here, because age, you don't look at your age?
No, I will not look at my age. People get married at 23, they break up at 28, 20, they don't even get to 30. The spouse could die.
Your friends?
The spouse could die. There are a lot of factors that enters into. They could divorce after 2 years, after 3 years. I feel like there's no formula. people get married at 35 and they make it. You see people, that's when they are experiencing the beauty of life and marriage. Some people will not even get to 35. They will divorce, they'll get married, maybe they'll have two different spouses.
Have other beautiful couples out there.
Exactly.
Why focus on the negativity?
No, I am not focusing on the negativity, but I feel like
negative about marriage.
No, I said I am not letting myself being pressured for marriage.
There is a right time for you, right?
Most probably. But I am not going to pressure myself. I'm not going to let
pressure from your parents, from your family.
Well,
because at one point you want to pressure yourself.
Well, generally as an African, you know, the parents will always be like, "Oh, you've gone to school, you're working."
Is that what they're telling you right now?
Of course, I have it not only from my parents, every other big auntie or uncle or sister. You know, but then again, they will tell you, my daughter, I will not want you to go into marriage because we want you to get married, or because society says that, okay, society will start looking at you as a failure because you're above 30, you're not married. No. And my father always tells me, if you ever go to a marriage and you don't feel like this is where I'm supposed to belong, leave. If not, your body will leave from there. So I feel like, in as much as, irrespective of the fact that I want to get married, yes, it's already 32, but it's at my pace.
But you are in a relationship, right?
Yes.
All right, we thank God for that. At least you're in a relationship, because others will tell you are not in a relationship, right?
Yes.
Doctor. But now, I wanted to, is marriage a priority for women? Is it a priority?
Marriage has never been a priority for women. It's the society that pushes women into marriage. We grow up.
Doc, what I want us to emphasize to the public, we're not telling people not to get married. We are trying to explain how you can have a good companion and live a very good.
Yes. You don't need to get married and suffer. And the way we've put it to young people, get married, get married, get married. Your biological clock is ticking. Your financial clock is ticking for the young men. And you see people getting into toxic marriages and regretting. I think we should change our narrative. Please look for a partner, somebody with whom you can build a vision. Look at her, the way she's dressed. Young girl with a vision in her head, things that she wants to do. Then you marry a young man who tells you, I don't want you, that is nonsense, I don't want it again. You stay in the house and take care of the children. You just kill the woman. I think what we want is that the two of them should come together and enjoy their lives, build something for the society, not force children to get into marriage and they will regret after.
All right, Pastor, when do you start thinking about marriage? When should a woman start thinking of marriage? Is there a specific age?
I think this question does not really relate to women or girls. It is not their problem, because if we want to go deeper, we'll find out that what are the qualifications.
Because what I'm asking about women is because that you say women easily depreciate, right? A man can marry you at 15. That's what they always say out there.
That is your narrative and that's your thinking. I don't think, because women get married as old as, if I go to the Bible, Sarah was 80 years old and she was still being proposed to a king to get married to. So that one is getting a bit deeper. But now what I want to say, it is not about the woman. Because the woman sits, she's just expecting. The man is have to ask. The qualification, like I do ask, what is the qualification for a woman to get married? She turns 18, she has 2 balls, and so, but for a man, it's different, because the man is the one that approaches. The man, they say, okay, you should be able to take care of a woman. So no woman will want to approach a man and say, you should marry me. Even if she wants it, she can't say it. She might make herself available. But it's a bit tricky in today's world, because if she makes herself too available, she finds herself that she had gone through many men because she really want to get married, and she find herself maybe the consequences of jumping from one place to other. She might contaminate venereal disease or unwanted pregnancy. So I don't want to push it to the women and or to the girls. No, it is not. For me, I will just say the girl should be like the girl at the well who had to give water to the 10 camels for. It's about, for me, to the girls, it's at any time you can get married. From 18 years upward to any time. The society should not push you. We are all made in God's image. You have the right to be, if you can take care of yourself.
But there are some criteria that you need to put in place as a woman if you want to get married?
I
right,
think
Pastor?
the only criteria to a woman is just her character, your behavior. Be that way that, okay, seeing her now, oh, she's talking, oh, that girl looks good. Then I start thinking about somebody whom, oh, this my brother could get married, because that's how it works. Because the person you meet sometimes, not, I will not say that is a model, no. It works sometimes like, oh, you meet somebody.
It worked for me.
Yeah.
I was arranged for my husband.
Yeah, okay.
People are always like, really? I say, yes. His uncle came and arranged for me.
And
then you accepted, and that was then.
That's
and
right.
she accepted, and then you
no, but the chemistry was there.
Yes.
I would not have accepted him if the chemistry wasn't there and if he wasn't a good man.
That's right.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying that to women, to young girls, I advise them, their character matter much. And you don't know who is the next person by you who either says something good or bad about you. Right. Sometimes even your teacher, your pastor, your friends. Sometimes, like, I know now of a girl because of her friend, she had to introduce this friend to the cousin. And they got married. They are going to America.
I beg any for boys too.
Yes. So now, to the boys, you have to, because look, it is simple. Some of the English sometimes we hear it, we don't understand. They call the girl the bride and the man the groom. The groom means that you groom something. The man must be able to groom it and make it beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's why I say sometimes there is these Bible verses that it has been misinterpreted. They say he who finds a wife
Finds a good thing.
and obtain.
God.
They did not say he will get married. He said, fine. People have been married for 20, 30 years, but have never found a wife. The wife is in that girl. And now it takes two to tangle. That's so true. Now you have to find, and then they say, who can find a precious woman? The precious woman, it says, is more valued than gold. Meaning that you take a time. You are trying to transmit yourself into her. It is not going to be easy. You have to do it with patience, with understanding, with wisdom. So men should learn. To the young boys, they should learn how to make her. You don't become a dictator. You're trying to cast somebody to love you for who you are. Just trying to love you for who you are. Because some men or young boys believe that girls love them but for what they are, what you have. And that what you have sometimes disappear. And that's why. But if you could make a girl could love you, make her feel. Because I say, a girl, when she's taken up to the altar, the father takes the girl there. And now her name is changed. The father gives you, he say, I have groomed her to this level. Now you groom her to your own level. So the name change automatically. So you are the father, you are the elder brother, and you are her teacher. But you have to do all this in love. So sometimes people don't do it. You think that automatically. My wife is from Bunda. Me, I'm from Batibo. So we could not understand. It's all. I have to let her understand even the kind of food I want.
Because you're a good man, right? Let me put it that way. Let me come back to you. I don't want to cut you, Pastor. Let me get to Anna. Now, when we're getting married, you still go through some counseling?
I don't go through any counseling.
Why?
That's often the problem.
Maybe because we did not see the need to. So I just believe that young girls out there, they are misplacing the priority. Let me say they are misplacing the word called marriage. Marriage is two people working as a team. I believe that you get into marriage, you get to know me and I get to know you. Courtship, even if you have been in courtship for more than 5 years, I believe that when you get into marriage, it becomes something else different.
All right.
So young girls out there, if you see like what Pastor just said, that the young men out there are scared to get married. They are scared to get married because of who the ladies are becoming nowadays. If you take note, most young girls now are becoming
social media.
Yes, they are becoming social media inclined. They take what the media does and they want to implicate, like there's a statement they say, what a man does, a woman can do it more better. So they believe that working their own money first, they are not seeing any need first for a man. Or when they get married to those men and they are working, they feel like they should not be submissive to that.
And the question I want to ask is that, did your mother nurture you, like prepare you for marriage?
Actually, she has been talking to me about marriage, but she did not really tell me this is the time for you to get married.
She prepared you actually,
yes,
that this is what you see in your marriage.
Yes.
Did she prepare you?
Yes, she prepared me and she told me no coming back. Unless...
Did she tell you about sex?
Yes, she told me. We had a conversation together.
And then that is rare.
Yes. And then now, what she told me too was this. She said, no coming back unless domestic violence.
That's what your mother told you?
That's what she told me.
All right, we get to yeah. Now, listening to these conversations, what's your what definition? How do you picture marriage? What's your criteria of having a man if you want to get married tomorrow?
If I want to get married,
you don't have it in your mind already because you have that, right?
I should have it. Like I said, I just prefer things like marriage. I will not really sit down and prepare myself for it.
Because is your mother preparing you, telling you about marriage all the time?
Of blessed memory.
All right.
But she was very liberal. She used to tell me, my daughter, this marriage thing, it has no formula. What works for A might not work for B.
All right, but you have friends who are married, right? Your age mates.
Of course,
and when you see them, how do you feel?
Well, some people
doesn't that give you that urge?
No. Because not all of them are really happy. That's the truth.
Is that what they tell you?
It's obvious. It's very obvious. It's very obvious that not all of them are happy. And most of them even regret because they were pressured to get married. And now they are stuck. There are a lot of things. They live in their houses like strangers. They don't talk to each other. Maybe because of the kids, they are still there. If the kids were not there, they're not sure they would really want to continue with the marriage.
All right.
So I feel like there's no formula for marriage. We just try to adapt. We just go with the flow. So I just believe that when the right person, like if he is the right person who I'm dating, it's going to flow.
All right.
You will not need to say, I'm going to prepare myself. I'm working exactly. The chemistry will be there. You will find yourself not wanting to. This is somebody that wants you to grow with him. He appreciates. He wants to, carry you to that level where you want. Not somebody that will drain you. Because there are many people that will come, meet you, maybe already established. You're trying to do something for yourself. And when you get married to him, the next thing is, okay, they are the kids, you cannot do this, you have to, somebody that even with the kids is able to say,
first.
I am building while waiting, not first. Okay. It's not like it's a first phase, but while it's not there, I'm building.
All right, let's talk about pressure, Doc. There's a lot of pressure. It's like you just feel that pressure that comes with marriage. Why that pressure?
The truth is that, as I said, the society is putting pressure on young people. But today, nowadays, with advancements in technology, the way you see a 32-year-old, you can give her like 25, 26 years, right? So it means that young people should remove that pressure from themselves. And we, the parents, should not...
What pressure? What pressure? I want you to hit the point.
Like, if you marry late, you might not have children. That's pressure.
Yeah, that's pressure.
You need to get money to take care of a wife. That's pressure. I mean, we should tell them that they get married and they work the money together. If they have just a little amount of money, let them use that money well. You see? So we stop putting pressure like that. Marry at this time. If you don't marry, you might not have children. You might do this. Or get money quickly so that you can get married and take care of a wife. For me, that's the pressure that we shouldn't put on young people. Because we've seen even those who have money, they get married and the marriage doesn't work. Even those who marry early, they still have problems, maybe delivery and so on, or they deliver, the children have problems, and they are still too young to even take care of those problems.
All right, now age, Pastor, age. That age factor. I'm already 35, who's going to see me? I mean, some women, young girls already worry. Let's come to that age factor, which is one of the things that puts pressure on women.
But you should be doing something so you don't feel the pressure. If you are just staying waiting for a man to come and ask for your hand in marriage, you're going to have pressure. But if you're a young girl doing your thing, going to school, designing your clothes...
But don't you think, Doc, you need to also think about what if you're just doing your thing and just doing and doing, you forget about it, by the time you want to turn your 50...
Are you even forgetting? You are waiting for the man to come now. You're not even forgetting. You can't even forget.
How do you forget?
How do you forget when you see your friends getting married every day?
And you attend the wedding.
And you attend the wedding. How do you forget?
All right, Pastor.
I think that most of the time, talking to some girls or young girls, by getting to the age of 35, at least 3 or 4 persons should have asked you in one way or the other for marriage. and maybe they were not what you were expecting, and sometimes you want to go back. I don't think age should really matter, because I've seen people who got married at the age of 40, 50 years old. So I don't think that anybody should take that upon herself as that. But like I said, be yourself. Just try to build a character. Like what doctor is saying is, be yourself. Be somebody. Somebody might just admire you just because of what you're doing. And he thinks that we can partner together. And like social media, like I always say, everything that happens in social media is acting. So even the pictures, the everything, they are acting, because us coming here, we have done some facials and done some. So it is not the same person, because I think every young girl, by the time you are 18, even parents should start teaching. Even churches, because these are things that churches don't even teach. We come in like sape pompe, firefighters, just to come to try to quench something that we did not even tell them how to prevent.
Because I'm asking this question because it's killing a lot of women out there. This pressure. Or I'm not married, I'm not this, I'm not that.
Let me tell them about the statistics. Statistics show that girls who marry too early, people who marry too early, chances of divorce are higher than those who marry a bit later, because they have prepared themselves mentally to face the challenges in marriage. So I think that should really remove the pressure from the girls, the age pressure.
All right.
Yeah, Dr. Matt said something, that marriage goes into reform. That is something that we have to know. The first one is the attraction and stuff. So what the people are always facing is that attraction part of it, is thinking that I'm no more getting beautiful, people are not looking at me.
I'm aging, and nobody's looking at me.
It comes to me
and then
to say,
pastor, sometimes maybe no man talks to you.
There are things to you, probably you're not available. Probably, what do I mean by availability? You don't go to places. Nobody sees you. And then sometimes dressing. I will not say you should expose yourself, because young men gossip just as women. They'll say, they point to with their mouth, that one. So modest dressing and your interaction in the society.
Okay.
Look, girls should check about the way they dress, the way you interact in the society. Be available, not just coming to. Sometimes there are girls that will not even cook. They don't even do anything. Somebody will say, what about that? Oh, she's so beautiful. That one, can she cook? She's so a lazy girl. What mean of availability doesn't mean your way, just your dressing. It means the way you act in society, and you have from
second CV.
Yes, you have from how you call the village meetings, the quartier meetings, your neighborhood meetings, all those places. You're attending occasions.
You need to attend those occasions.
There are sometimes they might find you behind, even trying to wash dishes, washing things off.
No, let me tell you my story.
Yeah, that's true. That's the availability.
Okay. I was in 5th year medical school when I went to my cousin's place to cook and entertain her guests, like I always do. And my husband's auntie came there, and she saw me cooking, serving people, cleaning afterwards, rearranging the house. And she was like, who is this young girl who has not stopped working since I came here? They said, that's Elizabeth for now. I say, where is she? She's medical school. Does she have a fiancé? My cousin said, if she had a fiancé, she would have told me. No, she doesn't have. And not because the men didn't come, but I had my specifications.
Okay. That's right.
You know, people, marriage is a lifelong thing. You don't go in and come out.
That's right.
Yes. So I couldn't just take the next person who came. Now she went and told the uncle that I've seen a hardworking girl, a pretty girl. I was a pretty hot number.
Okay. It can be seen even right up to this age.
So his uncle came and saw me, talked with me, and then went and told my husband, I think I've seen your wife. She's a well-behaved girl. She's hardworking. She can do all those things that a woman can do. So go and see her. And my husband was making younger, like, I'm not going. The uncle said, please just go for my sake. If you talk with her for 10 minutes and you are not happy with her, leave it. And he came And as I said, the chemistry was there. And we started building from there.
Okay.
Yes, so hard work, like I say, in the community, people see you. They see the way you behave, the way you talk to people. Are you rude?
Yeah.
In addition to that, I believe us parents, having children, you are already age people, having children, you should be able to build them up.
Yeah.
Like training them back home. Like for now, we parents, we spoil our children with house herbs and the rest. You see a child age 18, the child is unable to cook. What are you building in the child?
Yeah.
When the child reaches the age of 32, no husband is coming, and maybe you fail to know that those men are looking for some little details in them. And I believe that people to go into marriage based on the people's background.
That's right. Yeah.
For example, my husband.
All right, so how do you nurture him? How do you nurture your marriage?
How do I nurture my marriage? The first thing, respect.
Okay.
Submissiveness.
Men will love to.
So he has never made you angry.
No, not so.
He has never made you.
He has made me angry several times, but we just have a way to fix it. We don't sleep with our problems. We don't find third parties into our problems. You hardly hear my mom knowing that I have an issue in my house. You hardly hear my elder sister hear that I have an issue in my house. And most especially the phone. This phone. My phone is my phone, his phone is his phone. Because what I realize is most phones destroy marriages. That's the truth.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, do you have a role model? Do you have some couples, that you've just been watching at a distance and you tell yourself that I want to be like them?
No, like Doc said, Doc read my mind. You cannot have a role when you live with your parent, both parents, they actually groom you up. In a way you are satisfied as a grown-up, like, okay, I'm so proud of my parents, they will remain your number one role model.
Okay, your parents,
because you feel like this is exactly how I want my home to be. Amidst everything, they were there for you, they made you who you are, they went out of their way to give you the best. There's no other role model, it's them.
Yeah. All right, thank you. I have this impression, maybe it's not an impression, I'm coming back to Dr. Fon and Pastor. It's like we focus more on the girl and abandon the boy. In this marriage counseling, this nurturing stage. It's more of like the man too is getting married, right? The young boy will grow up to be a man and obviously get married. Do we train them at home how to be a good husband?
No.
And all of that? No. I want to address the question to Pat because he's a man. Let him tell us if his parents actually told him that you're going to get married. This is how you should treat your wife.
The answer is no. That's why I say even the church is lacking in that. We don't do that. The parents don't do that. The church don't do that. Sometimes it's like they just throw you in it. We said marriage is the only thing that they give you the certificate and then you have to prove it. So you have to fight. So with the men have a bigger work, very bigger work than the women. When I do counseling, I talk mostly to the men. You have a bigger work. You're trying to make somebody be like you. I want to see myself in this person. So that when I sleep, I'm comfortable because getting married, there's a lot of intrigues in marriage because I'm giving my life to you. We are the two always going to sleep in that house. Just everything about me, anything can happen. So I have to make you love me, fall in love with me. I have to do that. And by doing that, so the men have a lot. Most often, young people believe but in their money. And sometimes in their background. Okay, for example, if I had to marry from my background, my father was Honorable Francis Archer. Everybody knows my father. So any girl could go out with me because of my father. It was not even about me again. So then if I got married at that time, I would just be like, come on, and stuff. But it happened that I became a born again and I got married way out of everything. I asked God to look for a woman, give me a woman. My wife, we didn't even really know each other. I think I met my wife she sang in one marriage. Yes, so I just
That's a pastor.
No, then I wasn't. So I admire her and I told my mom I like that girl. So she went digging and when she came and said, oh no, I wouldn't get married to her because she was a pastor's daughter. Then I was not here. I said I can't get married to a pastor's daughter. So the way she sang and then when we finally get to know each other and stuff. So the man has the bigger role. The woman The woman, when they say woman submit, women don't even know that your submission is even the easiest. And when you submit, you are the one to be blessed. Because when you submit, the man will give you everything. When you are a fighter. But now the man, his role is to mold you. This is something. The role is to make you what I want. Like she said something, no two marriages are the same. It can never be the same. Yeah. The people are not the same. And they might look, but they are not. Different temperament, different way of saying things, different language and different understanding. For example, let me just drop in this. When we're talking about communication in marriage, we don't mean about talking. We mean about understanding. Like, okay, in my mother is from Bali, from the royal family, the Galigas. In Bali, there is a name that really sounds immoral. When you say church, but to the next village is a name of a person. That's somebody's name in the Manko. Yes. So now, if we are communicating and I say you might be looking at me as immoral, but I just call somebody's name, but to this other way it sounds different. And in Bali again, that same name signifies so many things. It signifies it depends on how you use the phrase.
All right.
So if we don't understand each other, which I have to tell you, no, I didn't mean this. To me, like I like joking. If I meet you, I like to play, but I have limit. I don't take it further. You might see me. My wife, when we got married, she thought that I was lusting after women because the way I would joke and stuff. But she grew up to understand that that was me and that's me. So you have to teach the person. Don't assume. I was trying to get to this point because assumption kills a lot of marriage. That's the poorest form of knowledge. Right. Seek to find out. Seek to ask questions. Don't assume. Yes. So that's the process of me being you. Ask me, I tell you why I.
All right, but this question it goes to Dr. Fon Elizabeth because I'm talking about how to groom children because we want to change the generation coming after us. Yeah. Because like parents, mothers are not there to train even the boys. Even the parents are not there. So what should parents do? What should mothers do at home? Because they need to start telling their children about marriage at that tender age.
She was lucky that she could copy from her parents. And that is why writing now and teaching is very important. Because some children grew up in toxic homes. And that's what they copied, shouting at people, commanding people, telling a woman you are trash and so on.
Domestic violence.
Yes, domestic violence. Non-physical violence is real. Yes. So if we don't write down all the things that we need to teach our children, and maybe start teaching in churches, start teaching in marital centers, even in family meetings. This is the way you talk to a woman. And this is the way a woman submits. Because to a woman, she might think that submission is cooking the food and giving him sex.
That's what people think.
Yes.
That's what some women think out there. Now, what is submission in marriage? How should you submit? Is it that when the man can say, hey, Papa?
No, men love that word submission. And when they come to the Tesho Center, like a man will say, Doctor, my wife does not respect me. I say, okay, sir, that's good. That's your feeling. I validate it. What do you understand by respect? Because it's so intangible. You can't measure respect. It's not like a scale where you put 2 kilos. Oh, okay, it's 2 kilos. It's fine. You respect me and I respect you. So please, sir, tell me. I want to write down what you understand by respect, so your wife can understand. I, as the accountability partner, too, I can understand. And something that we can measure, an activity that we can measure. Tell me, what do you want from her? How many times a week?
Respect is earned.
Yes, that is when they sit down and they realize that they don't even know what they are talking about. And then, when it is not earned, because the wife too would say, my husband does not love me. What do you understand by love? Give an activity that can be measured. Is it your love language that you want him to do things for you, like wash plates with you in the kitchen? How many times a week? Is your husband going to see washing plates as something that he can do? You come to a compromise. So submission, respect, love, those are words that we throw about in marriage, but we don't even understand their meaning.
All right, we equally sampled the opinion of some women in the streets of another town in Cameroon. to ask them how or what are the measures they are taking or preparing their children towards marriage. How do they prepare their children towards marriage? What mechanisms, what measures do they put in place at home to prepare their children in marriage? Let's watch.
Je donne des conseils pour le mariage. Maman me dit souvent que le mariage est une bonne chose. Et en fait, la chose à faire, c'est de pouvoir supporter, ne pas être impulsif, quoi. Être soumise à son homme.
Oui, elle me conseille beaucoup par rapport au mariage, déjà parce que j'ai déjà eu un enfant sans être mariée. Et ce qu'elle a toujours l'habitude de me dire, c'est que mon prochain enfant, que je le fasse dans le mariage. Et aussi, une femme, bon, je suis d'abord chrétienne aussi. Une femme, selon la Bible, doit être soumise et tout. C'est pourquoi, bon, je ne suis pas mariée, pas parce que je ne veux pas faire le vieux, on reste, mais parce que je veux me marier légalement et tout. Donc.
Le conseil que maman me donne, j'ai bien envie de me marier demain. Surtout en regardant le mariage de papa et maman. Oui, je pense que le mariage est une bonne chose.
Respect your husband. Listen to your husband before you can speak in a good manner. So actually, I believe that this advice is going to help most of my children and the youth of today. We should not make our life in a way that our marriages will be breaking out. Most marriages today, they are break out because of disobedience. There is no submission. But actually, my prayer is that let God help my children, that they are the youth of today, that they should follow this advice.
D'être regardante, de faire le bon choix et de savoir s'y prendre. Oui, parce que le dehors, vraiment, il y a trop de blagueurs.
I start to teach them how to take care of their personal body. From 7 years. Yeah, I teach them how to wash your dress. I teach them how to help me in the kitchen and cook. I teach them how to keep themselves. And I always tell them about menstruation. Because nowadays, body have changed. So, and even as a girl child, I will not hide that. I will say if you get in contact with a man, you can get pregnant, you got pregnancy and it may stop your education. So I always teach them all those things. I don't hide from them. Yeah, and I teach them how to respect. A mother is not only the one that has put you to bed, but a mother is a mother. I make them to know that even the nearest neighbor, no matter how that neighbor is too small, I don't want them to call her auntie. I say call her mama.
Welcome back. We are talking about women, marriage, and the pressure that comes with marriage. Is that what is affecting your marriage? I'm sure this program is designed for you. And we have women. We have a man too here in the studio. He's giving his own experiences as far as the man is concerned. Equally, a family counselor. Now, at what stage should women go for counseling? I want to start with Pastor Acha before I get to Dr. Fon, then I get to other ladies here.
I think the counseling center is coming up because we parents have not done our homework. So most often, I don't think people will really want to go for counseling except there is a problem.
But now, what if the institute in our laws that no marriage if you've not gone for counseling?
You see, those are things that it is possible and impossible. What I would say, I should go back to the social welfare to let the parents start from home. Counseling is not like, any mother, like what she said, she watched her mother, she watched some certain things. People should come from counseling if they do not have it from their home. If they don't have it from their home and from their churches. I think churches should institute that like part of a curriculum that some of their prayer meetings should be still having some marital counseling or going for seminar because everybody needs it. those who want to get married, those who are in marriage, and those who are even divorced, because the pain of divorce sometimes, or widows and widowers, because they are the pain. Sometimes some people go through trauma, losing their husband. They need counseling to come out of that. Sometimes the divorce is even one of the worst, because sometimes you see your partner again in the hands of another person. So the kind of trauma. So it is from those who want to get married, those who are in marriage, those who are divorced, those who want to divorce, those who are
It's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
Now I want Doc to tell us maybe a case that traumatized her.
Before I go to that, I want to say that when you tell young people who are in love about counseling, they say, hey, God forbid, me, I will never have problems. Because the limbic brain is secreting those substances, dopamine and oxytocin, that make them feel as if they will never have problems. At the stage of the discover the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's when they need to go for counseling, so they can commit to the relationship. And as he said, everybody, this next week we are going to do a couples review at Toujours. People are registering for that. We wanted only 5 couples, but we've had more than that, meaning that people really want to, build their relationships. Like I say, you go to the hospital every year to do an annual checkup, to see the state of your health. Now, you go into marriage, you don't do any checkup. You are having conflicts. You don't reset the clock in your marriage through a review. Just talking, seeing how you can build, because you come from different homes. So we need to really institute like couple review, like counseling, like preparing young people for marriage before they fall in love. Because when they are in love, they won't hear anything. So that's my take on it.
All right, now let me get to Anna. Now, I know when couples get married, right, they start having children, the love goes down a bit. Is it true, Pastor? Or maybe I'm saying something. Is it true?
It's true in some cases.
Is that what in some cases, right?
Yes, because people have children. The children have come in between you people. So the love a little bit is a bit divided. You cannot say your man will love you again 100%, but he will still love you. But the thing
But how do you know he loves you? How do you know he still loves you?
the way he behaves with you, you will know that he loves you.
I said, Maureen.
Then now you become jealous because when he comes back home, he takes care of the children first. You see, he plays with the children. The love is being divided.
You don't have couples
when you don't have a child, yes,
that the man no longer loves me, takes his and the children does not.
You know what I'm loving?
When there is no child, yes.
In marriage, there is that fire of romance in the beginning. It settles down. The brain settles down. Then you have like this warmth, tenderness. I mean, I've been married for 41 years. I mean, my guy is the best thing that happened to me.
Oh my God.
Oh yes. And I always tell him, you know what? And let me tell him, baby, the day you asked me to marry you, that was the day I hit my jackpot. Because there is this love now. You know your person. He knows you. It's no longer all those things that you used to do every day, morning, afternoon, evening. Now is the tenderness, the depth of the relationship, the ability to have deep conversations, the ability to build something together, the ability to work on your vision together, the ability to just be there, present. That is love. It's a different kind of love, but that is love.
All right, Pastor.
You see, I love what Dr. is saying. Look, there's something you have to understand. She has asked us, what's the definition of love? Because we pick anything and put that is love. Because me, I'm excited about my baby. It doesn't change what you are to me. So if that is just something, you're not getting it right. Because I have love for my mother. I have love for my brother. I have love for you. And I have love for my kid. So the loves are different. Me and you have a different kind of a love.
Okay.
Now, the problem is that with time, probably the time that I want to give to you, we don't have it. Because at that early stage that you have your baby, you have to breastfeed the baby. You are there, you're tired, maybe the form of your body has changed and some stuff like that. So you're taking care of that. But I still love you because that love now turns now to commitment. I'm committed to be with you. That's committed. So that's why the love that we are calling. She said we can define love as this or that. What is the measure of your love? Now is commitment. I am committed. So if I come, I mean, sometimes what you see is I want to take away the burden from you. I play with the baby so that you could be free as well. But you see it now like my interest is changing. Okay, some men feel that the women now draw too much attachment to the child. And then now, in another place again, when the woman goes, when there's misunderstanding, like she said, we have to quickly resolve it. If we don't resolve misunderstanding, it will tend to unforgiveness, and unforgiveness, it will tend to a dangerous part that nobody talks about it, resentment. Resentment, I can still be sleeping with you, having fun with you, but I'm resentful. I'm only thinking about, and then when he comes back, I might start. Sometimes I call resentment like a bank of unforgiveness, which it has given us time that we have to talk. She talks about going to the hospital. We buy cars, we go for, we change the oil, we change the brake lining, we change, but with our marriage, that's why I said counseling is for everybody. Sometimes we have to talk out something. Don't assume, don't stay with things that is unresolved. And don't take it for granted. One of the things too in marriage that you might see is things on you taking partners for granted. Don't take your partner for granted.
Yeah, now you are in a relationship, right? Now tell me, what are those things that you do to build your relationship? It's not yet marriage, but we think that it might lead to something tomorrow. We don't want to put pressure on you.
Yes. I just let things flow. I just feel like you just let things flow. Each day, there's one thing you do that will amaze the other person, and every day you get to discover this other side. There's one thing, even in the quarrelings, maybe in the misunderstandings, there is still one thing you get to discover that okay. So it's just to let things flow.
All right, but your wish is that you get to something.
Yes, definitely. Anytime you get into a relationship, it's for something better. You're never thinking of the worst, you're thinking of the best, the better, till it doesn't really turn out to be that way. So you say, okay, it wasn't it, and you keep on.
All right.
So it's always for the better.
All right, Dr. Fon, I want to ask about red flags, right? What are some of those red flags that you can identify that indicates that your marriage should have problems?
Your violent communication. When you're always having violent communication in your relationship, it's a red flag. And when you take each other for granted, you're not excited when your partner comes, you find that it's a non-event.
How should you be excited? Like welcome him? Like
yes.
The way you're dressed.
People should be able to welcome each other. Okay. You should know that your husband is coming back from work, your wife is coming back from work. At least put on a clean shirt to welcome her. Go and buy something from Okrika. Wash it, iron it to welcome your husband. Not that you have this old hair, you are in the kitchen, you are smelling smoke, you are cooking food for him. Okay, but is he coming home to a house that is peaceful, where the wife is smiling? You feel good in yourself. When you wear that your small dress, you feel good in yourself. Take care of yourself. Feel good before you can be somebody to another person. So the red flag is just taking the other person for granted. And another red flag, when you don't manage money together. People come to the Toujours Center because of financial unfaithfulness. They've kept their money together in the bank for a project, and then the man will just go and remove all of the money. That's financial unfaithfulness, and it can lead to divorce of the couple. So when you don't manage your money together, it's a red flag. Then the telephones.
Okay. Dr. Pastor, red flags, because we're concluding already.
Learn to say sorry.
Yes.
That's the big thing. Now, for example, I can misunderstand you, or for some reason, if I'm the person that I'm angry first, learn to tell me sorry. Then we will talk it after. Don't argue. These are things that couples don't understand. Learn to say sorry. Learn to say it. Learn it. Learn to say
on your knees.
Just you could have done it all right, and everybody will appreciate. But that's not what I wanted. First, say sorry, and then be sincere. Sorry is not a word. Sorry is sin. Sorry is not, no, it is sin, it is foul. Number 2, stay away. I always tell couple, your best friend is your spouse. Make your spouse your best friend. Learn to discuss, understand him. You are not married to men, you are married to a man. So we always say men are like this. No, you're married to a man, not to men. Just try to understand this person. When you stop and don't compete, don't compare him to somebody. I mean, it breaks a man so badly. And even a woman, especially those who have once been having affairs. You are not like my ex. Come on. That one, a man can take off your head, or a woman can use a pan. A woman can use a pan on you. You are not this like my. Why don't you just go? Don't compare. Don't compare. He's never going to be your father. He's never going to be your brother or any of your friends. Don't compare. You can use different method in correcting person. When you start comparing him, telling him about, if I don't like your dressing, I don't like this, there's a way. Like I used to say that even women should nurture a way of saying things. They say, you can say something, oh, your mother is a witch. That's different. Then you're going to come and tell, today the way mommy do like a witch. In a way that you say it will become a fun time. Learn to, and don't, when you start, you have to. It's a process of learning. You learn to the end.
All right, thank you so much. I want us to look at the cameras. I'll start with you, Anna. Look at the camera in front of you. And you're talking to a woman out there. I don't know what you're telling the woman. I don't know what you're telling a man. But you're telling the person something about marriage. Or you're talking to a young girl out there. All right, over to you.
What I'll tell ladies out there is marriage is not a bed of roses. 2 people working as a team. It's a commitment of 2 people who choose to share their lives together. So it's not really easy. As for one, I'm not really perfect, but having challenges too in marriage does not mean your marriages have failed. You should find a way to fix them, be honest about your mistakes, and pick the right time to talk to your partner. I think with these little spices will make your home sweet.
Okay, thank you. All right, yeah, look at your camera in front of you. Before I get to the gurus.
Yeah. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Every young girl growing will always want to get married, have kids, live a comfortable life with their husband. But I will say this to young girls: love yourself. Be hardworking, be entrepreneurial, try to learn a skill, don't be lazy. Men don't love lazy women. Try to do something, not to measure up with him, but to be productive and to support him. You know, so just be you, learn to love yourself. Don't let society tell you how to love yourself. Have this self-love and be hardworking, and I believe it's going to work out.
All right, Pastor Aisha, a camera is in front of you, right there.
Well, what I will say is marriage is a very wonderful thing. It's one of the best institutions that God gave it to us. Married between a man and a woman. It's something that I would tell people to enter with it with an open heart and be able to learn, ask questions, find out. It's so beautiful. And learn to know each other. Not from people, but through the person. Talk to each other, get to know each other. And above all, learn how to pray. Pray together and solve your problem together. That's what I can say.
All right, Dr. Fon Elizabeth, I'm ending with you.
Yeah, thank you. Marriage is the greatest enterprise, meaning that you have to work at it every day. One takeaway: please, you cannot criticize somebody into changing. Praise and gratitude will give you better results